All right, let's start writing our game. I'm going to do it with a almost no story at all, so I don't have to worry about thinking of a story. You can just replace the strings with a story, but just so I can get the logic in place. That's what my goal is during this video, just to go through the logic of the game and just to show you that, make sure you understand that. So as usual, it's good to have some comments at the top. So we can have choose your own adventure game. There will be at least 2 decisions with at least 2 options per decision. And let's go over here, give us some more room. We can save this along the way. Okay, so the first thing that we can do here, we can have a little welcome message like we did with our other game. And we'll just make this simple. So welcome to the choose your own adventure game, like this. So we will print that out to start it off. And then we need to have some sort of story that we are going to do. So I use like story variable 1 like this. And we could just say something like, we'll just say first decision. And I'll just make it very boring like this. And what I did actually was do a triple quoted string like this, and then I put 1. So option 1, option 2, option 3. Maybe we can make it a little bit more interesting. So I'll say left, straight, right, like this. So that'll be story number 1, and then we can get an answer from that. So we'll just say, we'll print, first of all, we'll print the welcome message, and then we will get the answer, or we could just say option, really. The choice, maybe. What is the selection? And we'll use input. So we need to collect the input like this. Okay, so this is a good point to stop and just run our code. So we're going to print out the welcome message, and we're just going to get our choice. So let's go ahead and run this Python adventure.py. So I'm down here in the terminal, and I'm going to press enter. It says, welcome to choose your own adventure game, first decision. Maybe we can put a new line character there so it will give us some space. And here we'll choose left, straight, or right. So let's say I go left, and that ends it like that. Okay, so now I want to have an if-else statement. So if the choice equals the string 1, so you have to remember input always returns a string, not an integer. So here's where we do the if-else. And then we'll have some other story. So we'll get another choice over here. And we're going to get some other story. I'll leave this blank for a second. Input. And elif choice equals 2. And a colon like that. We will get another input over here, and we did 3 choices over here, so elif choice equals 3. Then we will also get another decision over here. Okay, so we're going to keep getting it. We're going to get a new decision for each one, and actually have one more else. So if they don't put in 1, 2, or 3, we could just say print. This will be like an error message almost. So they have to put in 1, 2, or 3, or else we will say something like, you must enter in 1, 2, or 3. And we'll just end the game like that. Okay, so this is like this is path 1. If they choose path 1, they will do something here. We're going to expand this code block, by the way. If they choose path 2, we will get another input, and if they choose path 3, we'll be down here. Okay, so let's make one of these paths the end of the game. So we're not going to get any more choices. So say they choose right, and instead of first decision, choose, let's say door. You can either go to the left door or choose maybe direction. Let's say it like that. So you can go left, straight, or right. So you're at a fork in the road. There's left, straight, or right. Now, let's just say they choose path 3, and we'll just say end of game. All right, so they chose the wrong door or whatever. By choosing the right path, we can just end this game right here. There will be no more branches. So this is similar to, well, let me go back over here where they're given 1, 2, or 3 options, and then just the story ends for option 3. Now the other options 1 and 2 will be met with another decision. So let's go over here and let's make a new decision. And what I did here was we need to get another part of the story. So we're going to create another part of the story. So we'll say option 1 and then choice 1. So this is just a variable I'm trying to create that makes sense. So this is like decision 1, and now we're at the person who chose option 1 for decision 1. So let's do another triple quoted string, and we'll just say choose direction again, and this time 1 will be up, 2 will be down, like this. And so I'm going to take story 1, and put it over here. Okay, so now there's going to be a new choice if they choose option 1 like this. They either go up or down. And then over here, so now I have a nested if statement. And before that, let's go ahead and run this. So we have enough code where we can run this again. So let's go ahead and run python adventure.py. So where it says welcome to the game. So now we're given the first input right here. So which direction we want to choose, left, straight, or right. Well, we only have implemented option 1, so let's go ahead and just click 1. And now it says choose direction again. So it's asking us this question, this branch of our story. We can now go up or down. And it doesn't matter what we do here, it will end it. It's just going to receive the choice. We don't do anything after this. So that ends the program right here. Okay, now is where we do a nested if-else statement. So I'm going to say if choice equals 1, so that means they chose up, and will be up is the wrong choice, like this. LF choice equals 2, so if they choose 2, we'll say down is correct, you win. Okay, I'm trying to make as simple of a story as possible here. So here is the nested part, right? So I have an if-else statement within this if-else. So flipping back over here to the image, so we chose 1, and then we have another decision where we just have 2 at this point, not 3 options, but option 1 loses and option 2 wins. So that's what our story is up to this point. And then you can do the same thing for option 2. Option 3 just ends immediately, so there is no second decision. Okay, so what you can do here is actually we can just copy and paste this code right here. And we can just come up with another story line over here. Instead of 1, 2, I will copy this. And so if we chose option 2, so that's straight, right? So from decision 1, option 2, let's just choose a different one. Let's just say, choose fruit. Okay. So here we have mango, banana. You can even have a third one, apple, like this. All right. So if the person chooses option 2, that's going straight. We're in here. We're not going to get we're not going to use story 1, 1 anymore. We're going to use story 1, 2 like this, and there'll be 3 options. So I need to have lf choice equals 3. And I guess I should, to complete this, have another else over here that says otherwise you need to choose 1 or 2. Okay, so let me explain what I just did here. So I went back up into that first option. So this is saying if we went left, then if we choose 1, that's the wrong choice. We choose 2, we win. If we choose anything else, then we're just going to get an error message, basically. You must enter in 1 or 2. Okay, so for this one, now if we choose option 2, we're now going to get the choose fruit part of the story. And so we're in here. Sorry, we're in here. So if it's 1, and then we'll have a new message over here. And that was mango. Make it that the correct mango is the best fruit. 2 bananas are okay, but not best. And then option 3 will say apples are terrible. Okay, so and then lastly we'll just say again, we need to, this is like our error message, you must enter in 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so here is the full logic of the game, right? So this is the first decision over here. You can either be in one of these 3 blocks. So this one, this one, this one, and actually there's actually 4 blocks if you enter in something that's not 1, 2, or 3. All right, so then the nesting comes in. So if we choose 1, that means we go left in the beginning. Then we're going to continue the story with 1, 1, which is we're going to choose direction again. But this time we're only given 2 choices, up or down. So we get this if-else block. If we choose 2 and go straight, then we get this set of if-else blocks. We can choose our fruit, mango, banana, or apple, like that. All right, so let's play this very boring game and see if it works. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. Let's end the game immediately by going right. That just says end of game. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. And then we'll play the game again. And this time let's go straight. Now we're going to choose our fruit. So now we're in here. Our choice is 2. Now we're gonna get another choice and say 1. All right, mango is the best fruit. So we got this, we selected this. So we're there. And maybe we can do this one more time to test it. Let's go left and then up or down. Let's just say down. Okay, down is correct. You win. Okay, so that is essentially how you would do this. You know, by having all these, different stories over here and so forth, and then just sort of printing out a message like this. So you can make your stories more involved. You can have more choices than just these over here. And but that's how the logic works. So at each juncture, there is an input that will collect the user input. And then you're going to use an if statement to determine the path for that input and then collect another input. So you can keep going, right? There's nothing stopping you from having another nested if-else statement in here. If you want to keep the game going longer and longer, it just takes these choose your own adventure games can really blow up in the number of choices after just a few decisions. So if you do make a game that has a lot more decisions, I would highly advise ending a lot of the paths early, so you don't have to keep creating just a tremendous amount of paths here. Okay, so have at it, and this you should be able to create it now if you haven't before. And then once you're done, go ahead and look at my solution so that you can see exactly what I did. It is basically this, but just with longer strings and more intricate story. All right. Okay, so that is it for implementing our Choose Your Own Adventure game.